So after Rouhan and I had done candidacy building for 2 years, she started application counseling, which is where it really gets down to the brass tacks of getting her applications ready, choosing the school list. I remember spending a lot of time on your activity list. So can you talk about some of the process that we went through together, like choosing your activities and classifying them?
So my activity list is mainly around psychology. I think 8 or 7 out of the 10 of them are psychology based. So at first, Heather sent me some documents, other student samples for me to read, and we also searched up the verbs to put on the activity list, to explain it how we really engage in activities.
Yeah, so it really focused her activity list and helped her application persona come through, so that somebody looking at her list quickly would immediately know that this was something you really cared about and had put a lot of time and effort into. We worked together really hard on the school list, finding a range of schools, both her dream school, NYU, where she would go ED, but also other reach schools, fit schools, and safety schools, so that she had a balance. But of course, once you're accepted ED, you get to pull those other applications. You don't have to do any. You can take a little break. And then lots of rounds on the essays. Do you want to talk a little bit about kind of the brainstorming, choosing your essay topics?
So that part was probably one of the most difficult part, because I had so many stuff to talk about. So I worked with Tara, and first she gave me a list of questions for me to answer, and I just put my brainstorming thoughts on them. And then she went over the list with me, and then I picked one about how I connect psychology with helping the older people in nursing homes. So that's ended up my essay topic, and it's pretty much about how I taught them how to play games on my iPads, which is pretty interesting for them.
Yeah, awesome. So during application counseling, we add another counselor to our team. We have a graduate coach. So Rouhan worked kind of on a weekly basis with edits of essays and new versions of her activity list, her honors list, all of those components, while I kind of watched over it with a strategic eye. And then at the end, I did a final review of each of her applications, reading it the same way I read applications in the admissions office, so that I could really give feedback from that strategic perspective. And just kind of some final edits then before you submitted. How did it feel to press submit?
Well, I did my safety schools first, because I was really nervous about NYU. I was I need some practice before I do NYU. And it was actually fine, because I believe in myself. I worked hard for it, and I'm pretty proud of my activity list and other great accomplishments I did.
That's awesome. So it's been a great experience for me working with you, Rouhan, watching you grow and find your interests and find your school, find your home for the next 4 years. It'd be great to see what's next.
Yeah.